It feels so weird being all together in this.
Yeah, normally I'd be looking at all of you through a webcam, but now I'm actually seeing all of you in person.
Yeah, it feels completely different. It feels...
You're seeing all this very different.
Well, I don't have my push to over talk, which...
Yes,
Oh,
you do.
no.
It's called raising your voice.
Oh,
Project.
that's right.
Oh, wait.
Check 1, 2.
Check 574.
Check 867
Car 54, where are you?
4269. Okay.
Nice.
We get a Sunday review from Red
Sunday. Big
Sunday!
pit of mud. You'll find the whole seat when you're in the edge.
And now it's Love Live on ABC.
This one here is trying to get me involved with Love Live right now.
I don't see the problem with this one.
You say that like it's a new thing. He's been doing this for months.
And you say that like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying that. It's actually a fun show. I'm actually slowly getting into it.
So what I'm hearing
Slowly but surely.
So what I'm hearing is I need to bring more Love Live music into the game time.
Besides no halation.
No, I actually have the season one opener.
No Cleveland halation.
Oh,
I have the famous DVD, but I have the season one opener in the rotation. I just need to use it.
Yeah. You know, is it 5 o'clock somewhere?
It's doom!
It's high noon.
It's high noon! Get those spaghetti westerns! It's almost dawn!
We are in Texas, by the way.
Welcome to Texas! Better get your duels ready!
Eli, on the subject of snow halation, Drummer Shy actually showed me that the Cleveland tourism at when we were at Everfree Northwest, and I thought, wait a minute, that sounds a bit like snow halation, but it wasn't snow halation. And then I found something by a video by Triple Q. That basically put the visuals and the vocals from the Cleveland tourism ad over snow halation.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
It actually fits quite well, if I'm honest.
GT's already sending his best wishes.
Record.
Yeah.
In the chat on Discord, go to voice text.
Why? What am?
You'll see it.
No, you'll see.
Oh boy.
You'll see a response if you like. Special response.
Oh my god, see it.
Are you able to show it on your computer?
On my lawn.
What are you doing on my lawn?
Wait, under voice text?
Yeah, I'm on voice text down below in the chat under voice and events.
You know the RAM channel that I usually use most of the time?
What exactly am I looking at? Or looking for?
Dead. See what I wrote? I was hoping you would show it on this big screen.
That's
There you
not
go.
the calendar, huh?
Yep.
What, this?
Yes.
Blep.
Yep.
Look at the bullet.
We don't. I mean, that's nothing new. We say that all the time.
I don't care. We're still continuing.
There's a lot of things we say all the time.
We say a bunch of interesting things.
Yes,
They say a lot of dead memes and they're still dead and they're still going.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll understand later.
So anyway, I said no. I won't do that.
5 seconds.
Hey, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Start that.
I didn't. I technically I didn't say it. I said I wouldn't. I said one bit of it, but then I said I won't do that.
I have a feeling. So anyways, I started blasting.
God damn it, ego!
Seriously?
You know what?
There you go.
Get out of
There,
here.
I'll give you an Izzy. There you go. No. Nope.
It's just like webcam.
I've escaped 2 months of this
It
and the curse is
better
broken.
balanced.
Not.
Wait, we went without saying that phrase. phrase during game night, or is it then without saying it at hangout night?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure we've said it
That's what
at
I'm
game
saying. Yes,
night.
you should just say
I don't know. I don't go.
Look, Red Card and I think a lot alike.
Actually,
Apparently.
I feel
We
like
go for the same gifts on movie night. We go for the same gifts during game night, apparently, and apparently voice text as well.
I actually want you guys to say no to. Stop saying yes.
Why?
Why?
Why would we do
Why
that?
would you say no? Like, not stop saying yes. Like, what? Like, what kind of logic that is?
And
Exactly.
it was a joke that misfired.
It's crazy stuff that happens every day.
GT, God, I wish there was some way I could watch her join. I wonder why they're streaming just the
They're only doing the main events.
just the main events all the Ponytown server, not
Yeah.
the other ones.
I'm sorry.
Maybe
I'm being
because-
discriminated right
We're
now.
being.
Are you guys okay with AV? Are you all set?
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. We technically haven't even started yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
On a technicality.
So it's just.
Yeah, we're fine. If we do need anything, we'll try to ring somebody up.
We'll send you smoke signals.
We'll send you smoke signals. Yeah, that's gonna go.
my radio.
That's gonna set off the fire alarm. The smoke signals.
So what? After the 13 coins incident, we need to keep up the tradition.
No, that's not till tomorrow with Black Ribbon on.
No,
Oh.
You're right.
11 stuff, I think, is when it starts.
Yep.
Oh boy, I hope I'm not late for that.
I'm gonna be there
Bring
because
your
I gotta
red pipe
record it.
bridge for that one.
Oh no.
I'll be doing some recordings for that. Like I'm
Your
doing tonight.
eardrums, so your eardrums didn't go out.
I'm happy. I'm okay with it. My ears don't bother me.
They actually do have earplugs for concerts.
Yeah.
They've been doing that lately, and I like that. I appreciate them because some people do need them.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna start momentarily here.
Barely, momentarily.
Yep.
Brad, you cannot begin this until we see the ABC logo.
It's,
I thought you couldn't begin until you guys showed coincidence.
no.
Oh,
No.
That's Monday.
All right. It is now 3:30. So the panel has started. Please continue to wait.
Thank you for waiting patiently. We'll be with you momentarily.
That's a joke that was said at DerbyCon a couple years ago and got no reaction today. So
Yep.
we're gonna begin by introducing ourselves. My name is Red Card. I'm part of the server that you see behind me. It's called BlepCon. I am an event host. So is he. What's your name and what do you do for the server?
Oh, you don't know my name?
I introduced myself. You need to introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I'm apparently getting Alzheimer's disease early in life. But hi, everybody. I'm kidding, of course. Hi, I'm Taylor. Most of you know me as the infamous president of the Glimmer Gang in some fashion, or some of you do know me as your wonderful webcam hangout host on Tuesday nights. That have become quite popular into the server. That most of the time I'm listening to most of the conversations. I do not know what's going on half the time, and I'm mostly questioning why I'm even here right now. But in all fairness, it's all good and fun. Welcome to our little panel about what is BlepCon and how it all got started. So I kind of got the tradition started at Ponyville Cider Fest for some of you that were there, and I know some of you in the audience here that were there, but for some that are new here, Red, let's dive into this.
So BlepCon is a little server on Discord that was resurrected from the ashes of the old BronyCon server. This server really did used to be the BronyCon server, after it ended in 2019, it kind of, I guess, went dormant for a little bit, but then as a result of the ongoing pandemic, and because we're all wearing masks, because of the lockdowns in 2020, because of the pandemic, we were all forced to. Well, most of us, I'm not sure about all, but most of us were forced to stay at home, and to keep us occupied. Some virtual events in the server were started. Some of the earliest events I can think of were game night and movie night, and then more events kind of arose as well. Quick question: who here is part of the BlepCon server?
So majority of you. So about 65% of you.
Yeah. If you're not part of the Discord server, I highly recommend doing it because a lot of wholesome content, or at least we try to keep it wholesome as best we possibly can, and we have a lot of really good events. So
mostly.
Mostly.
Which one isn't?
Yes.
Yes. So on, as I mentioned this already, on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 8 o'clock Central Time. Was it 4 p.m. Pacific?
6 Pacific.
Right.
Again, folks, time doesn't mean anything these days.
Time is a social construct. I can't do math.
You can't count past 90?
I can't.
Time isn't holding up, time isn't after us.
Who knows?
Sunday is movie night, and it's hosted by our very own member of the Glimmer Gang, Thoth, who.
Hi.
Who it's not
Oh, sorry, wrong.
Your Thoth what
4.0.
4.0. Thoth is here this weekend, but he is busy doing other things. So he wanted to be here, but he can't, unfortunately.
We're not cool enough anymore.
Movie night is Thoth basically puts together he presents it like it's a old school drive-in movie. With the advertisements before the feature begins, and actually before all that, he shows some My Little Pony episodes that have some correlation to the movie that is being shown. And yeah, he puts a lot of good work into it. How each feature is decided each week is a straw poll of 4 candidates, and obviously the one with the most votes ends up winning. So yeah, that's what he does, and then on.
Can I just make a quick quick thing for movie night? Right now there's a poll. We have a tiebreaker right now between Mary Poppins and Dead Poets Society for this Sunday.
Two great movies.
Fighting for the death. Fight to the death.
Now there is a bit of a problem for voting from here because we're on the same Wi-Fi network. Some of you might have some issues with actually voting.
Yeah.
That's gonna crash it.
That all depends on what provider you have. If you have Verizon, you're screwed. If you have AT&T, you might be okay, or
T-Mobile?
Or T-Mobile. I have Verizon, and I've struggled with data all the entire time I've been here. On Monday nights, there are two events. One of which at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time is the sports hangout. I think AJ hosts it.
Lucky Flitter does it.
Lucky Flitter does. Our good friend Lucky Flitter hosts that, and they talk a lot about sports from week to week. Yeah, so if you're into sports, go to that. And then on the second event on Monday nights is Music Night, hosted by Zan. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. Every other week, he has a theme that is voted on in straw poll, and then alternating weeks is unthemed and anything can be submitted. So yeah, Zan, do you want to go like into a little bit more detail on the event? Do you want to explain?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll stand up. So Music Night, it happens every...
Here, do you want to use a mic?
Oh.
You can use a mic.
Yeah, sure. So, hi. Music Night happens every Monday, although it won't be happening this next Monday because of HarmonyCon. I won't be home in time. But anyway, yeah, every other week I have an unthemed night and a themed night. And basically, we just come, we listen to songs for around 3 hours, and it's a fun time. We comment on them, we talk about them, and it's actually coming up on almost a year old as of March 8th. So it's really cool. We have our own custom Q-bot that's used for the event, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I put a lot of work into it, but I also have a lot of people.
Okay. And then on Tuesday nights.
Red, you can skip that event if you want to.
No. You
Tell me about Tuesday night, Red Card.
I've got nothing going on Tuesday nights. That's his night.
Tell us about Tuesday nights, Taylor.
Fine.
Tell us about Tuesday night, Bob.
Okay. So, yes, Tuesday nights in the server at 10 p.m. Eastern to at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific time is webcam hangout. The premise for this event I came up with is that I wanted to give people a place to, properly hang out, chill, and chat, and for the kind of giving you being back at a con feeling, but right in your own home. And for the most part, that's what webcam hangout usually is. 90% of the time, it's just me watching me question half my life on the camera, but that's just part of the nature of the beast. But mostly, and then on particular weeks when it's a con week, I'm gonna do these webcam hangout pre-con show editions. And so what they are is I will go through the con guests of honors, musicians, community guests that are going to be at the con, so that we can get those going and the server prepared for what to expect at a certain con. I did that for HarmonyCon, and we got a crowded room of 25 people that lasted for a nearly good 2.5 hours before it started really dying down a little bit. But these events usually run for about a couple hours, depending on what my crazy life is throwing at me at the moment. But it's a fun time. I'm happy to see people are enjoying coming to webcam hangout. I know this guy is a frequent flyer at my events. So,
got that frequent flyer mileage at webcam hangout.
Yeah, you gotta build it up. You gotta earn it at the BlepCon gift shop. And yeah, right now we're having a 65% off on merch, which I'm not entirely sure.
Wait, there's merch? There's BlepCon merch?
We're working on it. The store's still empty right now, but we're working on it. But no, anyway. But seriously,
We're also selling old models of Thaw now that we have newer ones in stock.
no, that's in the clearance section. So, but
I thought that's where we put all the glimmer merch.
well, that depends. But anyway, that's webcam hangout in a nutshell. Come on Tuesday nights. Come bother me. Keep me company. I'm lonely.
You're not okay. You're not that lonely.
I know that. I use self-deprecation because that's the way I cope with life.
Oh God.
Okay, Bob.
Now, on Wednesday nights,
Who hosts that red card?
this poor guy named Red Card hosts this event. Oh
I
wait a
heard
minute,
he's
that's
okay.
me.
Yeah, I heard he's okay.
I host an event called Cartoon Night every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central Time. The format of it follows similar to that of movie night, where the shows are voted on using straw poll, and the tiebreaker rules are similar as well. I actually present the movie night scene. What event do I host again?
You host movie nights, remember? Apparently.
No. For my cartoon night, I host it like a syndicated like ABC television broadcast. Like I put like the graphics in via OBS. I do like the bumpers and everything. I do commercials. I do the station identifications. I also record the voiceovers for the bumpers as well. And the bumpers are actually used are made using not Photoshop, After Effects. I'm sorry, what Adobe products do you use?
Wait, photoshopping stuff now?
I use After Effects to put the intros together. That and Adobe Premiere, as well. Sometimes when we have like anime, an anime program, bad anime dubs, or any anime, because the titles are in Japanese, I also recreate the split screen credits that ABC does. That's using After Effects and Adobe Premiere as well. I put a lot of work into it, and it is it's really it's a really rewarding thing to do for people, and I've gotten a lot of kudos for that. But enough about me.
So, quick little fact: he actually didn't use ABC in the beginning. He actually used CBS.
I used CBS. I used Philadelphia's CBS affiliate KYW-TV in the first couple of weeks, and then when we streamed or when we showed our first Disney cartoon, which was the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, I had to switch over to ABC. And WPVI in Philadelphia. Philadelphia because I'm from Philadelphia, born and raised and proud of it. That's, and and WPVI 6ABC is like one of the leading local television stations like in the entire country, and its news theme is like very widely known, and so yeah, I guess we're known for that, I guess. Anyway, on Thursday nights, this event is currently on hold right now.
Can I intervene here
Yeah.
for just a second? So Thursday nights actually now became Tales of Equestrian Night, which a few members in here are a part of that night now. Our event host PBM is not in here at the moment, but
he is here this weekend though.
he's here with us in spirit in some fashion.
Yeah.
But no, Tales of Equestria is now the new Thursday night game night for those that get involved with Tales of Equestria, role playing and creating your own story, which is I hear is going really, really well right now and has found absolutely new life. So if you're into Tales of Equestria, feel free to come on by on Thursdays because if you're part of role playing, you should definitely check that out.
Yeah. Now we move to Friday nights.
This is our big one.
This was one of the earliest events in this in the server. It's a Jackbox game night hosted by our good friend Eli over here. It's from 7 o'clock Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific. We begin about 30 minutes early at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, 3:30 Pacific for some quick trivia. And Eli, do you want to come up to the mic and explain?
I'm loud. I don't need a mic.
Okay.
Jackbox started with GTX as basically the flagship event for BlepCon, so I'm lucky that I got to take it over. We used the Jackbox party packs, games like Whiplash, Drawful, and even including the new stuff like Job, and what else is popular for the new one besides that? Trivia, or the Wheel of, whatever the heck the wheel game is called. I forget. There's like, what, 40 games out now?
There's a lot of them.
games out now for it, with another 5 coming out this fall, including Boomerang, which got previewed, teased, however you want to call it. AJ posted about it the other day. But we try to make it fair, so we let people queue in. Some games will just do whoever can jump in first gets into the game. The rest of the games, you'll end up using a lovely queue bot that's built into the main moderation bot for the server, and we try to make sure that everybody gets a turn to play that wants to. Some games are drawing games, some games are trivia, some games are just really goofy. Try to impress the rest of the group by making a bunch of terrible references that everybody seems to love, like how much they seem to love Starlight Glimmer for some unknown reason.
I mean, it's just a base.
But yeah, we try to rotate the games on a regular basis, so we try to, other than Whiplash Way, which is the main game of the main event.
Yeah.
We tend to not play we try not to play the same game 2 weeks in a row. But otherwise, everyone gets a chance. We all make fun of each other. We all make fun of Glim Glam on occasion, or Sunburst, or sort of a certain part of these love
9% of the time
Sunburst.
smells like made fun of me, so I take most of the brunt right there.
Which made fun of me for my love of Love Live.
Hashtag blame Taylor.
Yeah. Hashtag.
Oh God, let's not.
Are we doing hashtag blame Taylor again?
No, please, let's not.
Go on to game night chat for just a second.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Just-
game night.
So I'm gonna show our lovely people how it's done. So if you want to queue up for a game, all you simply do is do !Q, backspace, and then you insert the game, the one that's being played on screen, and there it goes.
And then I see that when I'm running stuff or if GTX is seeing stuff, either of us will see it and we'll throw it into, and then you'll usually get pause screen and say this person's been
Look at all the people that are typing.
They all want their 5 minutes of fame on the low.
It gets scary
Ocean
when there's
Breeze and
several
AJ
people.
are on both of you. They're typing.
Don't break Discord.
I highly doubt we'll do that. But yeah.
But that's just an example of what you just need to do. It's just that simple.
But yeah, those are all of the events in our lovely server. Anything else we want to point out to them before we open up the Q&A?
Just like pointing out a few little things here. And we have a channel called Other Cons, and that gives you the ability to, connect with others if they're going to a certain event, like this one, for example, or, Winnie City, BlepCon, or Everfree Northwest, TrotCon, Ponyville Cider Fest. This is the channel you want to be in.
Yeah.
So that you can discuss discuss cons upcoming, or if we're currently at one right now,
Yeah.
for example. So
What I, by the way, what I currently have up is the roles channel.
Yes,
for,
roles channel.
For anyone in the server who does at any of these events, if they clicked on a certain role, they will get pinged on it. Same thing goes for the primary roles. Up here, you'll get pinged for certain events as well. So yeah.
Make sure you click Luna with the little
Taylor.
off, so that's that.
Taylor's pretending to be Vanna White. Yep. So yeah, that's like a lot of specially coordinated stuff, a lot of cute stuff, a lot of wholesome stuff goes on in this server. At least we try to keep it that way. And all the rules are set by our very own GTX.
Who's here with us in spirit? He's the man behind the curtain here.
Yep.
And the man behind the HarmonyCon server this weekend.
That's
He is.
Yes, that's true.
He is. If any of you were on the Ponytown server this weekend, he designed the structure in that server based on this exact hotel, and it
It's
is
an impressive layout.
It is to minute accuracy, or at least close to it, and we were both really impressed when we saw it. It was amazing. So you can thank our blue Blep Horse GTX. Thanks, boss. Yeah. So he also is a lover of Princess Luna. Yeah. So. And Sony Starscat as well.
Yeah, that's good night, friends.
You will see that one once an event host using our private stream link click stop stream on OBS, that little clip of Philly Sunny Star Scout from the Gen 5 movie is saying good night, friends, to your little Gen 4 figurines. So that's an overall summary of our server. We're going to open up to Q&A
If you guys have any burning questions,
35 minutes.
AJ.
How can people that are not part of the server join the server?
Oh.
Well, should we tell him, Red?
Yes, we should. This. Give me just a second. I think an easier
It's
way.
also on Twitter as well.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
get it on social.
Yeah. So. Uh-oh.
What?
Discord.blepcon.com.
Damn you, Twitter!
Of course, Twitter has to go down during our panel.
Why do you have to do? No.
Work with us here, folks. We've got a little technical difficulties.
Okay. So I just don't know what went wrong. So an easier link to find the actually two links that I have in front of me is discord.blepcon.com or discord.gg/blepcon. If you can't remember that, this will all be recorded and posted onto YouTube. My camera's right there and right there. You can come back to this if you want to join the server.
Or find one of the event hosts. We're all lingering this weekend.
Or find one of us. Find me. Find Taylor, Zan, Eli, AJ. Yeah. We're pretty much everyday users of this server.
We're pretty much enslaved in the server at this point.
Does being a vent host in the server mean we have tenure?
No, it doesn't. It means you have to listen when the mods tell you something.
It's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Splatter. I know. I learned that the hard way.
Splatter mom voice, you guys.
Yeah.
He's actually one of our moderators.
Yeah.
I had him on standby for one webcam hangout, but that was when Splatter then took over.
Yeah. This guy is this guy. He's a moderator. Splatter's also a moderator. Thoth is also a moderator. GTX is a moderator / admin.
Chris is actually here this weekend. I'm in Austin.
Yeah. So yeah. Does anyone else have any other questions? Yes, sir.
I have a few questions. I don't know if it was mentioned explicitly. I know that cartoon night, movie night, people vote on what is seen, but where do the actual views themselves come from? Music, what?
They come from straw poll.
Yeah.
So if you can go on to just go to yours for example.
Okay.
What do you guys actually use for your media for those ones? Is that what you're asking?
Where do the choices on the straw poll come from? Where do the submissions for music night come from?
I forgot to mention that. I'm so sorry. For both movie night and cartoon night, you can suggest movies and or series using a Google Doc, a Google form, I should say, right here. So this is what the form looks like. I don't want to scroll because that's my personal email showing, so I do apologize. Please don't send me hate mail. As feels like what series would you like to see in the future. Provide a link, or preferably IMDb or Wikipedia, and then what your username for Discord is in the BlepCon server. That includes the hash mark or the hash code, whatever that is. Yeah.
Your Discord ID.
Yeah, your Discord ID. Thank you, Eli. So yeah, that's the cartoon night poll. It looks the movie night poll looks similar. For this week's cartoon night, we have Superman the Animated Series, Part 2 of Kim Possible, Part 2 of Teen Titans, and Disney's Chip and Dale and Rescue Rangers. Right now, Rescue Rangers has a 2-vote lead last time I checked. And I was told that a lot of people are running into some issues voting because especially people who are here this weekend.
Actually, right now it's tied.
It's tied. Oh, it's tied.
It's a tie again.
And no love for Superman or Kim Possible. What?
What the heck is wrong with you? What?
It is a democracy, folks. Just remember
that and some technical issues too. But we'll probably see some more votes when this weekend is over, when people go home to their own Wi-Fi networks and vote. Yeah.
Back to Talks Internet.
Yeah. That's actually gonna. Oh wow. So yeah, that. Also, we for cartoon night this past Wednesday, we actually watched He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Ooh. The old 1980s classic. A lot of questionable animation sequences, but it was the 80s, so I'm gonna let it slide.
That's what we are not, right?
Yep. Anything else we want to talk about? Or does anyone else have any other questions? Wait, yes?
Before I move on to the next question, Van, music night. Where does music come from? Is it whatever you want, or?
What do you mean, where does the music come from? What do you
talking about?
Oh, who picks us up? Right. I completely blanked because I didn't expect to.
And if you want to talk into the
You
mic
want to use the
here,
mic, you can use it.
Let me try this again.
Okay, so hold on. Here you go.
So I completely bombed when I first explained music night. I'm sorry.
It's
Let me
okay.
try
It's
this
okay.
again.
It's all right.
So music night, it happens every Monday. Every other week it's a theme, and we have a custom cue bot that takes submissions from the users during the event. The themes for music night, it's the only BlepCon event where I don't have any open submissions for the themes because I have handpicked the themes myself. I have a list of themes and I use a random number generator to figure out which themes go on the straw poll when it is a themed week. I've been thinking of opening up the themes to submissions lately, but I haven't done that yet. For Music Night, there are custom visuals. There are lots of there's lots of great music that gets submitted each week. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. If you want, during the event, when you want to submit music, it's not the same as the other events where you type like $Q. You have to type $SR because we use a special bot that no other event uses, which
SR basically means song request.
Yeah, song request. That's
and
what that means.
and for game night, a queue means queuing up, as in yeah.
Yes, the last one we had, the last thing we had was I believe it was animation music.
It was.
And the one after, and the next one is going to be a game night. So
Okay. Yeah.
There is a more thorough explanation of music night. Also, one more thing: if there's a video, I play the video. I like the music video for a song. Or,
if it's appropriate.
If it is appropriate, like there are like extenuating circumstances.
For example, like if the music video for, let's say, "Teenage Dream" by Katy Perry were to be submitted, he would not show the video for that because it is. Because it does have some not safe for work stuff.
That's where these custom visuals that I built myself.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah,
as a replacement for the video.
There's a more thorough overview of music night. It's a event that I'm very proud of. We get around 20 people each week.
I think it'd be a good idea just to use like just the lyrics, and that's what I do sometimes. Just listen to it.
Yeah. And any other questions? Yes.
Yes, sir.
My other question is, so other servers have events and stuff. BlepCon isn't entirely unique in that way, but of course it's not just about the events, it's also the server structure itself, it's also how GTX is trying to move the direction of the server. What sets BlepCon apart, and why does it need to exist in place of other servers?
I think it might have something to do with like the content that's on display. I mean, we try to be like as I said before, we try to be as wholesome as we possibly can. We try to keep anything questionable to the bare minimum. And we try to make people feel welcome in the server, which means no, like, any.
Not bringing any hate
kind
of speech or anything.
No hate speech, nothing, no ad hominem personal attacks regarding politics. No, that's why there's a debate channel. That's why
there's a fine debate channel for that.
Yeah,
so.
that's why.
That's when
if you have stuff to get off, if you have stuff to get off your plate, this channel is there.
And what happens in that channel
stays there,
and it's in Celestia's hooves.
Yeah. So yeah, we try to be welcoming. We don't we don't try to scare people away. We do have rules though, and if you do break those rules, expect to face the consequences.
You want to go over those rules?
Okay.
It's just a way to go over.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's right here. Number one, don't bully others. Harassments, insults, threats, trolling, and personal attacks are all prohibited. If you're asked to stop doing something, you are expected to cease doing such actions.
Or Eagle over here is going to come kick your ass.
Or GTX.
Well, that's solely the reason they keep me as a mod. I'm the one who does that.
Right. Do not use hate speech. Any attacks against age, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, or disability. That's not allowed at all. And any NSFW that includes Rule 34, any pornography, violence, or drug-related content. No, absolutely not. That is a big no-no. Private contact information on a public server. Do not post that, even if it's yours. No, don't do that. We try to maintain at the highest a PG, maybe PG-13, but anything that goes into an R rating or MA rating or 18+ rating, do not.
It's prohibited.
That's not allowed.
Don't think you're going to get away with that.
Yeah. Also, do not spam or post any illegal material or links to any such content. In case you didn't know, there's a phishing attack going around some Discord accounts as of late. About 2 weeks ago, I was a victim of that, and it was a lapse of judgment on my part. I luckily was able to get my primary. This is my primary account, by the way, and I was able to get it back. So please be very wary of the links that you click on a Discord. If someone DMs you and it seems suspicious, or if they send a link, any unsolicited links, even to links that download exe files, that's a big red flag, and I should have known that when that happened to me.
Did you say it's a red card?
Yeah, that's it. No. Okay.
You walked into that one.
Okay.
But again, folks, if you see...
Please stay safe online.
Please, if you're getting messaged with these kind of spam bots, please report them immediately and don't click on them, because
also
it's going to compromise your account and you're going to be so frustrated.
Yeah. Also block the account that is sending you those links, because more than likely that is coming from a compromised account. Yeah, so...
If you're not sure and you have the information for someone on another account, like if you have them on Facebook or something,
please let them know.
Let them know, and or ask them, hey, did you send me XYZ?
Yeah, which is what I should have done with a friend of mine whose account did in fact get compromised, and it was sending me this stuff. So yeah, please be very wary. Do not click on any unsolicited links. Do not post descriptions of or links to or methods of stealing or for stealing intellectual property, such as software, video, audio, images, or breaking any other law. That is a copyright violation, obviously. Also, do not advertise other Discord servers. We do not care what Discord servers you are a part of or what goes on in the servers. We just don't care.
No, we don't.
It's not. It's less that we don't care whether or not you're a part of them. It's more in keeping with the wholesomeness of the server. And
That
we
too.
do not control the
That too.
content of other servers. And we cannot control the content of other servers. Therefore, we do not allow their advertising, because we can't police and check and make sure every server that might be advertised is fitting with our aesthetic.
There's just too many of
I
them.
think
Right.
Jackbox vetted one Discord that we link to, and that links to us, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I believe so.
We
but-
had one Discord server
Yeah.
earlier in the year, I believe.
Yeah. Also, and this last one should be a pretty obvious one. Impersonation. Do not impersonate or falsely indicate that you are a staffer of any con. DHX, which would actually now be Boulder Media, Hasbro Studios Discovery Family, and E1 Entertainment One, which is owned by Hasbro, which now distributes Hasbro Media to the world. Sorry, the screen decided to go sleep on me. Sorry. Yeah, don't do that. That should be a given. Obviously, we shouldn't even have to say that.
That's just like
We don't,
automatic.
but we're inclined.
But we have to.
We're contracted to say it.
Because we've seen weirder things happen, and we've been in the fandom long enough to like to see things happen that people should know better about, but we have to anyway because they keep happening. So, yeah, those are the rules of the of this Discord server. Yes, Sam.
I just want to add another thing. Event hosts have control of their own channels, so like even though we are not labeled as moderators, if you do something, if you post something like against rules in our event channels, we can take immediate action.
Right. Event hosts, myself, Taylor, Zan, Lucky, Eli, Thoth, they are the moderators of their own events. And they are to be treated as such, and they have a final say what happens. And if they have any questions on what happens in the server, they can talk to like Eagle or GTX, and they can, I guess, give recommendations on what we should do. Right.
Or if needed, we as in full possession of mod powers can step in and take care of things.
Yeah.
And this also includes what you submit to events. So whether if you're submitting a song that goes a little bit beyond Zan's rules for language, or if you start submitting inappropriate responses in game night, we can and possibly will restrict you from participating in the future, whether it be on a short-term or a long-term basis.
Right.
It's not just when you're in text chat. It's when you're in voice chats. It's when you're participating
Right.
in some of these events.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I just want to point out that I feel like I'm talking to like with Eagle off to the side here. I feel like that you're Gilman from Live with Regis from Regis and Kelly or something. I feel like I'm talking to my producer over here.
He's basically the bailiff.
He's so yeah. Yeah.
I was also going to say no mini modding or backlog modding, which I experienced people try to do that in servers that I've been on.
Right.
Don't ever do it.
Right.
Never.
Well, and another thing here is I'll take this from my webcam hangout experience. Do not, and I repeat, do not constantly overtalk over each other when I've warned you on a number of occasions. I unfortunately have 2 people that are currently banned from webcam hangout because they kept abusing the rules.
Right.
And I don't like to do that. It's so easy to follow my event. It's just, be kind and courteous to others when they either have the floor or when they're talking in the voice text, because I also have to moderate what you're saying, and then I have to restrict some of you on what you can say. Now, granted that this is a free-for-all talk, but some of it is limited to what you can say, and that we don't go bashing around other people. That's the policy that has changed over the course of the last few weeks, is that we're not going to bash events for what they do, even if they're not in a good position right now. It's just not what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It's just best that we just leave it off to the side and, talk about other things like this. What's really the color of the sky, for instance?
Is water wet?
Potentially. But
Is the sky up?
yes,
No,
maybe.
the sky's down.
Oh, but yeah, it's in limbo.
But again, the point being is that, it's not hard to follow my rules at Webcam Hangout. Unfortunately, there are several people that unfortunately didn't get the memo, and I've had to restrict their ability to be in Webcam Hangout because of it.
Right.
Don't go so far as to do that.
Yeah. Also, there's a possibility that if you talk when you're not supposed to, like if something is being shown during a stream, like in game night, for example, you could be server muted as well.
We have that power.
Yes. As event hosts that whose events do require a voice channel, the event hosts as moderators can do that. And you will be the only one who is not talking. So yeah.
And also, don't be that person that spam messages me in voice text. Why am I unmuted? Can I be unmuted after being?
Please don't do that.
After like 2 minutes, don't be that person. The person's going unnamed at this point, but just don't be that person.
The reason why that shouldn't happen is because A, it's annoying to the moderator or event host, and B, it makes that person who is actually doing it look really, really bad, and it's quite pathetic.
Yes, and
if we've told you already the reason why we took the action that we did, and you keep asking, why do we have to say it to you again? And you're obviously not getting the message. So
yeah, and it's frustrating for not only myself, but anybody like Zan or
GTX,
Eli GTX, or myself that run events in a voice chat, that it's difficult to comprehend. Now, granted that most of the webcam hangouts I've run so far, everybody's been good and they know to follow the rules. Unfortunately, there's people that unfortunately don't get the rules and have to be taken to a little bit more upper consequences, because again, it's
Discord
not hard
jail.
It's not hard. It's my personal, considered my own timeout chair.
Now, there are now, like, as far as like people talking over each other, we do understand there are sometimes extenuating circumstances, like there could be lag in the connection, and they could be getting a delayed message or hearing delayed stuff, and therefore them talking transmitted comes out late and comes in the middle while someone else is talking. We get that happens sometimes, and we understand that when there's breaks in the conversation, people do try to break in and try to get their piece in. So I mean, we get it sometimes, but at the same time, if you do have a good connection and someone else is talking, you need to.
It's called read the room.
Read the room. Be aware that it's rude to interrupt people.
And there's a reason that we have like.
This is stuff that you learn. I'm sorry. I just interrupted you. What did I just do? I'm sorry.
See a perfect example.
I'm
right
sorry.
Here.
See, don't do that. Okay. You keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, and again, folks, this is a reason we have push to talk in our channels, is because I made the unfortunate mistake when I first did Webcam Hangout on its second night that I let it run flow. That was a terrible idea. Don't do that. Because we do push to talk mainly just to keep the conversation at a minimum, so that you're not blurting into it and like interrupting a host or interrupting other people in the conversation. But unfortunately, some people still don't quite get that, and it's a little frustrating for not only the mods but the event hosts as well. So just be respectful to anybody that's at Webcam Hangout. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science here, people. It's it shouldn't be this difficult, and I shouldn't have to talk to you like I'm your father, for instance. And I hate putting in that term, but it feels like I'm talking to you like I'm your parent or something.
Which is not.
Which is not my responsibility. I'm only 27 years old, but I feel like feel embarrassed. Correct. And, you know, we shouldn't have to remind you twice or 3 times if you're not understanding reading the room. Like if you acknowledge like, okay, yes, I did screw up and I shouldn't be talking over you. That's perfectly fine. It's also a learning experience for others to understand that, listen, we're all not perfect here, but it's not hard to be a decent human being in a voice chat. I get it, there might be problems with lag or connection on your end sometimes, but that's kind of the nature of the beast in any Discord call. I've been in a lot worse Discord calls when there were like over 40 people talking and with no push to talk on, which is an abrupt disaster. But you know, then I get the complaints of, you know, not feeling like they're wanted there. No, that's not it. The problem is that when there's like 20 plus people in a voice call, yeah, you are bound to get talked over. That's unfortunately going to be the nature of the beast.
Right.
And if we have like 10 people, then it could be easier. But my hangouts are literally getting like 20 plus every single week now, and
the maximum amount of people is 25.
25. But again, my point is that, you know, don't feel like you're being left out. It is a busy voice chat, and it can be a lively conversation, and it is always a very lively conversation. So remember that, you know, just because you're not talking during the event doesn't mean that you're feeling wanted there. We want you to be there. We want you to have a good time, and we want you to come chill with us. And I always emphasize that, you know, we have the voice text for you guys to use and be a part of the conversation. We want to make you feel welcome either way. So don't ever feel like that you're being left out, because when you're a part of
this channel right here, this is voice text.
When you're a part of voice text, you're a part of the conversation.
God, what the hell?
Yeah.
Eli. Eli. I hate you.
It could be worse. It could be sun inhalation.
I saw that.
I'm sorry.
But again,
yeah. What is it? What is it? Said nope. I'm sorry, Taylor.
But again, you know, we want you to be a part of these events. We want to make you feel welcomed. And if you ever feel like that you don't feel like you're welcomed at our events, please come talk to us, because we want everybody to be a part of the conversation. We want everybody to come in and have a good time. So, yeah, I know you. No. Did we just break you again? Or?
Eli, why you do this?
So we have about 5 minutes left here in the panel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please speak now or forever
hold your peace.
And also wait until you get to BlepCon next week.
Yeah, that is unfortunately true. And
They're dealt with it.
I mean, possibly on Tuesday afternoon.
I mean, you know, if I'm not feeling all jet lagged and everything, which I know I'm not going to be back in California until like, 10 o'clock at night on Monday?
Oof.
Yeah, I'm going to be incredibly jet lagged on Monday. But no. For those of you that did come in a little bit late and want to know how to join our server, if you're on Twitter, you just go to @BlepCon.com. @BlepCon. And there's a link that'll take you right to.
I hope that the Twitter's. Yes, it's working again.
Thank God.
So.
I'll have to try again.
So this is hi.
Hi.
So BlepCon also has a Twitter account. It's @BlepCon, and included are two different links, which will basically take you to the same place. So yeah, it will take you basically to to the invite thing. Obviously, I'm already part of BlepCon, so that's not really going to do anything for me. But yeah, it's discord.blepcon.com or discord.gg/blepcon. Either one will work. It will take you. It will take you to the same place. Yeah. So.
And I can't overemphasize. Red, can you go back into roles for just a second?
Yep.
No roles. Roles.
I'm sorry.
It is very important because I get this complaint all the time.
I get it too.
An event was happening this week? Oh darn, I completely missed it. Well, this is why we have the roles channel, and you can get updates on all of our events at any time if you just click on one of these emotes down here. It really helps you understand when an event's going on, and then, or if you also go up top here to events, this is where we're also providing what days they're going to happen on and when they're going to take place as well. So if you feel like, but I would strongly recommend that you tap on one of the roles like announcements, hangout, or game night, movie night, cartoon nights. Please hit those emotes because you will get instant announcements from all the event hosts on a weekly basis.
And
Don't spam you.
we constantly go through this thing. It's like as you say, wait a minute, there was an event. It's like yes, there was an announcement for it. Read the announcements. That's why they're there.
Don't be like me, guys.
I wasn't going to mention you by name, but then you did that. Okay. So
thank you, Goku. Essentially,
please read the announcements, please.
It would save me a head smack on my desk.
And don't mute the server no matter what with announcements.
Please. Because you're going to hear nothing.
And again, Red Card and myself do post tweets about our events on a weekly basis. So give us a follow on Twitter if you're not following us already. At Redcard94. Taylor B. McCardle on Twitter. And if you're not, please follow us.
Yep.
And with that's
the end of our of the panel. Thank you for coming. We had a good turnout. Today. Thanks for getting thank you for being part of the BlepCon server. If you're not part of the BlepCon server, please join. We'd love to have you.
Thank you guys.
It's a banana over there. What?
It's a banana shrine.
It's a banana shrine.
You guys did not know this?
I
just noticed this just now.
We're still actually when you need it.
You should get the GTX.
My lord.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, because I was like, what?